This little dog was saving someone's life. He dragged the drowning boy to the shore. Detecting a faint heartbeat, the dog used his mouth to unbutton the boy's shirt and began chest compressions. Unfortunately, he lacked sufficient strength, so he ran onto the wooden bridge to build momentum, sprinting and leaping with all his might from the highest point. The boy was saved. Little Yellow knew the boy was weak, so he caught a fish from the river for him. The grateful boy got down on the ground to check the dog's gender. Perfect for a buddy. And just like that, the boy adopted Little Yellow. The dog was incredibly smart. He learned to skateboard just by watching twice, making the elderly couple on the street quite envious. He was also a cultured dog who enjoyed reading magazines. Not only that, he was amazing at video games and became a star at the arcade. When the boy needed to do homework, Little Yellow would crouch down, becoming a perfect mobile desk. When the boy went fishing, he'd sit quietly beside him listening to music. They had a wonderful relationship. Occasionally, he'd be mischievous, deliberately hiding to make the boy search for him. The boy would get anxious and search sadly. Little Yellow knew he'd done wrong. One day, the boy's father had a job transfer. After the family packed their belongings and prepared to leave, Little Yellow was nowhere to be found. He'd gotten drunk the night before and gone on a date with the little poodle next door. He'd carefully prepared flowers and champagne, taking the poodle to the backyard kennel. The next day, when he sobered up, he discovered his owners had already driven away. He chased after them, running out of town, but still couldn't catch up. Watching the car disappear into the distance, Little Yellow stood exhausted, waiting for them to return. He waited all afternoon, causing a traffic jam. When the traffic officer arrived and smelled alcohol, he drew a line on the ground to test if the dog could walk straight. To prove his sobriety, Little Yellow walked straight up to the officer, but still received a ticket. After resting, he continued along the road. Finally, he caught a familiar scent on a pole. The boy, worried Little Yellow might get lost, had left his scent along the roadside and at restaurants. Following these scent markers, the dog chased day and night. Without water or food, he began hallucinating and eventually collapsed by the roadside. A passerby found him and took him home, but it turned out the man was a dog trafficker who collected strays from the roadside to turn into sausages for customers' tables. The trafficker locked him in a cage. The other dogs, curious, pulled out various mirrors to see what this unlucky fellow looked like. But Little Yellow refused to wait here for slaughter. He would escape. He started digging a hole in the ground while his companions used mirrors to keep watch. When someone approached, they'd signal immediately, and he'd quickly cover the hole with cloth. After the trafficker left, he crawled out through the hole and opened each companion's cage one by one, leading all the dogs to freedom. When the traffickers heard barking outside and came to investigate, they were stunned, surrounded by a pack of dogs. The dogs locked them in cages instead. Little Yellow controlled the steering wheel while the other dogs pushed from behind. When the engine started, Little Yellow immediately jumped out, sending the evil trafficker couple away. Little Yellow's wisdom and courage quickly earned him respect among the dogs, who followed him loyally. But when they reached a fork in the road, Little Yellow stopped.